Welcome to Two Guys, One Slot, Part 2, Episode 44. I'm glad that you're here with us. You might have been with us previously, but for some reason it didn't work. Don't know. We were just discussing on why that didn't work. Again, loosely, it's a loose plan. We don't have a schedule or anything. The only thing we have planned is...
That's not what I was told.
Well, the only thing we have planned is a... okay, see, now I just got the alert. You are live on YouTube.
No. Now you're messing with me. You said 18 casinos, 18 streams, 24 hours.
Oh.
And now there's no plan?
I think the only plan that I have is we have dinner plans. Yeah. That's it.
I'm excited. I'm excited to get everybody together out for a nice dinner over the stick. That'll be a good time.
I've been told that it's super bougie, but my sister was the one that planned it. She's going. Her husband's going.
Oh, I'll put on pants.
Well, I'd hope you'd have on pants.
I don't know what this place is because that's the thing
I don't
about
either.
Eating at the Talking Stick is I don't know much about their food options outside of the two places that share most of a name downstairs. That
right.
that little diner we went to, and then outside of that in the little entryway, it's also named like Blue Coyote. So there's got to be more because I'm like, this place is nice. There's got to be more than these two fucking restaurants in this place.
This place is called like Orange something.
Cool.
Orange. I don't know. Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Orange.
So to kind of circle back from episode last week. Well, anyway, yeah, we're planning on going to dinner, and then after dinner, we may stream. We may not. We're going to be at the Talking Stick. So I think our dinner is 7-ish that time, I guess. And they're not Vegas time. They're in between Vegas time and Central time. You guys are so special. You have your own time zone.
I love it too. That's a quality of life I don't speak on much, but yeah, I've lived out here since 2007, and not changing your clocks is really nice. But when all of your friends are in different time zones, it's still kind of the same. Like twice a year, I'm like, wait, am I 2 hours behind Michael or 3? Am I 2 hours behind Slotmaster or 1?
Or 1. So right now we're currently 1 hour behind. You're 1 hour behind there. So it's I don't know. It's the whole clock thing is just stupid to me.
Fun fact, not a fast food fact, but the reason that I hate it is because I like being closer to my friends in terms of the hour. So I like this time. But when it comes to like TV shows and video games that have like midnight premieres, I like the other one because I get to play them or watch them at 9 p.m.
Oh, good thinking. Good thinking. Yeah. Everybody wants to talk about a few things.
Okay.
One of them being this uncanny winning streak that I have been going on at the casino. It has been, there's peaks and valleys and everything, folks. Peaks and valleys. Right now, I am on a peak like I have never seen before. It's been a while. As Aaron Lewis said. Back in a year ago, like November, around Thanksgiving, Bubba's Picks 316 and I went on a uncanny streak where we hit a whole bunch of jackpots. And we were in a valley for a long time where nothing just seemed to come together. We'd scrape together and pray that we wouldn't lose our whole bankroll so fast. And now we're on a different Whoa! Now I'm hearing myself.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Now we're on this peak, a super peak, and I hope this peak goes through Phoenix, Scottsdale. That would be fantastic. Todd says he's in the valley. It's always darkest before the dawn. Is what I was once told, and hopefully we ride this out as long because it has been fun.
You're pushing that winning streak a little far out from coming here than I'm comfortable with, but I'm gonna keep hope that that's gonna ride its way all the way out here.
I know. I hope so, man. It's been crazy. Another thing, and I think we're going to do it this weekend. I'm not sure the day. Hope maybe Sunday. Sundays seem to be working for me. I've been staying away from the casino. I've been filming a little bit because I really get some good free play on Fridays and Saturdays, but I haven't gone live in a couple weeks from our casino. I went when I was with the Slot Masters accountant, and we had a good night then too. It was crazy. We played for almost 3 hours, and we had our ticket all the way up to like $1,300, and then we cashed out. We still won, but we played for like 3 hours, but we won like $5. But we could have cashed out early. It's just we wanted to keep the live stream rolling. There's a real fine line between keeping the winning streak, cashing out, and keeping the fans.
Well, like Roulette Master always says, is when you win profit like that, you cash out and take that home with you.
Yes. He's been kicked out of the casino. He has been talking about Dr. Pepper roulette. He has been speaking on this thing, the so-called Holy Grail. Oh man, you gotta love you some the Roulette Master. It's so good. The other thing, there's a teeny tiny update of we talked last week about this Kansas City
you have
guys.
been sending me the video of that lady and I'm just like I'm hooked on each one. Like the first time, I'm like, God, this is kind of long, but then each one I'm like, oh, it's already over. I still feel like I have just as many questions as I did before.
So there's still no news on this death. What happened was 4 guys were watching the Chiefs game play the Chargers like 3 weeks ago. They watched it on Sunday, and come to find out, 4 of them were there, and only one of them out of those 4 survived. The other 3 were found in the backyard dead. Yeah. So they're trying to piece together what exactly is going on. One of the caveats that just came out this week was there was a 5th person there. The fifth person has spoken out via his attorney. The surviving member out of those 4 has also lawyered up and changed. Not necessarily changed his story, but the lawyer polished his story.
Yeah, and it didn't make complete sense either.
Didn't, because he
didn't know when they, and I get it, and I'm not gonna nitpick here, but he didn't know when they left, but then they left at around a certain time when he went to bed, and I'm like, okay, I kind of get it based on the last story. Benefit of the doubt is he didn't know when they actually left, like his property, maybe.
So these 3 gentlemen went to this guy's house on January 7th in Kansas City to watch the Kansas City Chiefs game. Their bodies were discovered at the survivor's home on January 9th, which was 2 days later, after one of the person's fiancé went to the house and broke in after seeing the men's cars in what she said was the driveway.
Multiple phone calls to this man, too, the surviving member, by the way, that he ignored.
Allegedly. The new information came out from this so-called police report. The cops in Kansas City have said 100% not being investigated as a homicide. The owner of the house and the survivors not a suspect of foul play and not facing any charges. They're still waiting on toxicology reports, and they say they'll be coming in the coming weeks. A guy named John, the attorney for the surviving homeowner, released a statement, and he said, when the men left his house, he went to bed. He later clarified himself, saying all 3 men were still at his home when he went to bed. So he already kind of jacked the story up. Yeah. When we would have people over at his house, sometimes as people, they get tired. And those people are very close. You feel comfortable going to bed and allowing them to leave when they want to leave. He absolutely had nothing to do with their death. He does not know the timing or the manner of their death, nor does he know how or when they exited his house. Well, they didn't exit his house, buddy. They had no knowledge that they remained in his backyard or that they needed medical attention. So come to find out, there was a police report where there were no cars parked in the driveway. One car was parked down a little bit down the street, which was not uncommon for one of the people to leave his car there. According to the attorney's statement, and then this week's development is there was a fifth person also at the home that night. So there was 5 guys at the home, and they were with the victims. And when this fifth person was there, he has not been named, but he does have a lawyer. He said when he left the house around midnight, everyone was alive. Willis is the guy's name, homeowner's name, and the 3 victims were all inside watching Jeopardy at midnight.
Like, at that point in time, you're like pulling up Jeopardy on YouTube, right? I know it's on TV every day, but not at midnight.
And he said, he told the man, his lawyer said the man left, quote, maybe an hour or 2 before the other 3. Well, how did he know when the other 3 left? They didn't leave.
They never left, so.
And the surviving guy, the other surviving guy, is saying that he doesn't know when. He's not exactly sure of the time period. So the fifth man also disputed the surviving homeowner's attorney that he didn't receive any phone calls or texts after the game. The fifth guy said he texted the homeowner himself after family members were calling him, and but he said he never received a response from the homeowner either.
And we'd also talked a little bit about how the dude had 2 dogs, but they were conveniently at his parents' house, which I'm like,
correct.
I know nothing about the scenario, but that was a fact that came out early that I'm like, that's
weird.
A little weird, right? Dude's got a full-size house, and he's home having friends over, but his pets are at his parents' house?
So the fiance of one of the dead found them. She broke into it must have been some sort of screened-in porch area. It would be the only thing I could think of, or a fence or something, because she saw somebody laying on the ground. She went in first, found them, her fiance, outside on the ground near the house. And I would just, I don't know, but I would assume it'd be on like the deck or something along those lines. I don't know. She did not see anybody else because it was dark. They called the cops, and the cops were investigating what was going on, and they found further out away from the house, not together, but scattered, the other 2 gentlemen. The family's pissed. They have all sorts of questions. He said the last time he saw them, they were leaving the house, but he didn't know that they had left. That's what he said. Like I said, it doesn't really make much sense. And then, like I say, the fifth friend from the Kansas City Fox News 4, the guy rented the house, they're saying, and they all gathered to watch. You know, it's kind of just a little bit later. The fifth friend, he said they spoke. He said that he arrived to his house around 7 p.m. So he must have been late for the football game, or it was actually a late game. It was on that night. And then he hung out with all of them till midnight. And then he left at midnight. And again, it says the 4 men were watching Jeopardy. Most importantly, he said all 4 of them were alive when he left.
Good fact to know.
That is a good fact. His alibi. And he said the only message the homeowner received were via Facebook Messenger. He said that he didn't receive any text messages or calls.
There's still something just really weird missing about this, and
there's just a lot of holes in this whole thing. I think it's just a lot of inconsistencies of what happened in the hours leading up to it and the days after, when the family and friends lost contact before they were found. I mean, it was 2 days before the lady went over, the fiance went over there.
That's a little weird too, because let's play a little role playing here. Is if I was at your house or you was at my house and the other one wound up dead and the other one went incommunicado, both of us have significant others, but let's pretend we didn't. Or they were somewhere else. I think both of our significant others, both of our wives would be at whichever place investigating by the next morning. Where the fuck did you didn't come home?
Right. You better, I'd have the 700 text messages on my phone. You better be dead. You better be dead or in jail, buddy. Then wouldn't they feel bad?
Oh.
You better be dead or in jail while you're not answering my phone calls.
That was another weird part to me, is just kind of thinking, like, even if I just, toyed with some of the variables in my life, I don't think 2 days would go by before my wife's, like, driving over to where I was to come, like, see what the fuck's going on.
Or their bosses, or the places they worked, or their coworkers, or anything along those lines is kind of what I was thinking.
Weird.
I'm like, why are they not asking more questions? I think my coworker would call probably my wife. Hey, he didn't show up to work today. What? He better be in dead or jail. I don't know. So we'll continue to watch that story. It's close to us here. Kansas City's a couple hours away, and I always am searching for updates on that. And waiting on those toxicology reports I think is the most thing that is going to be crucial. And everybody's saying they were all on drugs, but the fifth guy, was saying nobody was doing drugs. So he said everybody was alive when he left at midnight. So unless
I'm not sure. I don't remember if we heard this or this was even a fact that was shared, but in my brain somewhere we read something along the lines, a quick passing comment about how, like, there wasn't a lot of drinking either. Like, it was pretty
right. One of his friends or coworkers or somebody said that he was one of the strangest dudes he's ever met in his entire life, but he was not known to drink or do any drugs or do any partying. The other three guys, apparently from their family, they do a little bit of drinking, but definitely not drugs. I mean, they're almost 40 years old, all of them, 37, 38, and 39. I mean, not to say that you can't do drugs at that age, but I think somebody, your family or friends or whoever you hang out with, unless those are the only three and they're dead, they'd know or say something, but nobody's talking. But it's not investigated as a homicide, which was strange to me for them to outright say that, which must mean they know something or found something. Is the only thing I can guess. I don't know. Anyway, oddsjam.com. Use code SlotMaster at checkout and get 35% off. Also, yes, real quick, Goat Lips brought up a thing that said that it wasn't unusual for these three guys to stay the night or hang out really late at this dude's house. So maybe that's the reason it took that extra day.
That's still crazy to me. Like,
I agree. I 100% agree. But like, that's a good point.
All right, it's 8 o'clock. You should have been home to get ready for work.
It's midnight. Do you know where your kids are? Oddsjam.com. Use code SlotMaster at the end. You can bet on football, basketball, baseball, Russian table tennis, cricket, darts, even politics. Got a big election coming up. Do you know who the odds favorite is? We'll use oddsjam.com to assist you on making these bets. Oddsjam.com, and at checkout, use code SlotMaster. We'd like to thank OddsJam for being the one and only, at this point, sponsor for the Two Guys, One Slot podcast. This is episode 44. And also, circling back to last week, the Russ Factor is starting a new situation. I don't know if you know this yet, but he is starting. We got into the weeds a little bit about fast food situations, and quite the debate has sprung up on some of these shorts that I've posted from the Two Guys, One Slot. One guy, Russ Factor, was talking about how Taco Bell is ridiculously good looking, ridiculously expensive now compared to.
And I referenced that the quality had went downhill, which struck a nerve. Never did I say that it used to be amazing quality. It was a quality, and then it went downhill.
It could have been low-grade dog food, and now it's went down to unedible. Yeah. One guy was arguing with you about calling you an idiot about, I can't even believe quality Taco Bell. And then then another gentleman listed the entire menu with cost.
Yeah.
And then one lady saw our video and did a TikTok, and it became national news on, I think, the NY Post. Did I send you the article from the NY Post? She saw in an earlier TikTok, she somehow came across our short. And she was cleaning out her storage area or something, and found a Taco Bell receipt from 2012. And that TikTok went viral, talking about how cheap it was. Her entire meal was $2.52, and there was like 6 things on there.
I was laughing at that dude that was like listing off prices. Like, what do you mean? This taco's $2.89. This is. I was like, that thing used to be 49 cents, dude.
Right. Yes.
Not that long ago. In the grand scheme of things.
So it's never us that can go viral. It's the lady that finds the receipt. Hey, lady, tag us in that thing. I'd love my mug on the cover of the New York Post.
Yeah.
It was funny though how she rattled off all those things, and I was like, and in an earlier TikTok or a later TikTok or whatever, it was after it. She was like, "Oh yeah, I heard some short where these guys." So it was like subliminally she found that as she was cleaning out. She was like, "Oh wait, those two. That fella, the Russ Factor. He was right.
Yeah.
Look at these prices. 2012. That was just 13 or 12 years ago."
Yeah. So there, you will notice, audience, that there's going to be a recurring segment about fast food and things like that, because we are putting these out there, and my favorite part is the people that like want to. I guess I don't know if attack's the right word, but they get
they get really upset.
Really upset about the things that I say about fast food, and I'm wrong. And we've had it all the way up from those dudes to Mr. No, I work at McDonald's.
I work at McDonald's. Not the double quarter pounder with cheese is not the only thing that's fresh.
Yeah, well,
every single thing on our menu is fresh.
I'd love to come to your McDonald's, because I have traveled far and wide and found that is absolutely not the case.
Far and wide, the Russ Factor has traveled. Yeah. So the Russ Factor is going to be debuting a segment, Fast Food Facts with the Factor. It's a lot of F's. And just giving his tidbits. Like last week, you gave a very interesting tidbit when I was saying that you can't have the same sauces like you can't cross-contaminate sauces, which, I mean, I'm the biggest idiot on earth, according to the internet. Everybody did not like me saying that. They said, I can use a Wendy's sauce with a McDonald's. No, you can't. You can't do that. But the Russ Factor brought up a good point that I saw this evening. We went to Chick-fil-A with our kids. The dipping cups are too shallow.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I said last week was like, I love Chick-fil-A Ranch. I just wish their dipping cups were deeper, because
dipping cups.
It's designed for their little. I don't get them often. They're pretty good, but the little Chick-fil-A nuggets, the little round nuggets from Chick-fil-A. But we were talking about a sauce collection, which, by the way, remember the sauce collection?
Yes. You said there were 6 things in the sauce collection.
We ordered some Wendy's the other night because I was just feeling like some nugs, and got the rest of the gang some burgers, so I got me and Sarah a tub of nugs. The description said about 50.
And how many were there?
About 50. Those motherfuckers sent 15 range cups.
Ooh. 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 So what are we down? Are we up to like 11?
I don't think I saved them all, but yeah, I'm going to have to reassess, because, and I thought about it right when it happened as I opened the bag, and I go, There's like fucking almost 20 ranch cups in It was supposed to come with like 4, maybe 5, and they just threw handfuls of fucking ranch cups in the bag.
I mean, it's epic. So I think it was last night. It might have been the night. Yeah, no, I think it was last night because I was laying.
I was tore up last night, dude.
What was your level?
Probably a 9.
Oh man.
By
Okay,
the end of the night.
So I was playing a little Fortnite with Cody Burton, and my computer kept crashing. The Fortnite kept crashing. So I was just like, F it. I went to bed at like probably 10 or 9:30, 9:45. So I was laying in bed, and I was watching train wrecks on Kick.com. Follow the slot master on Kick.com. And he was betting his $1,000 quick spin bets. He started with about a $600,000 balance, and then all of a sudden I kind of like dozed off and fell asleep, and then I woke up. You didn't wake me up, to a text message from Russ Factor for a screenshot of his DoorDash order. Your DoorDasher's name was Johnny Yaya.
We were trying to figure out what that was, and
Johnny Ya.
See, Sarah thought it was Jania.
Oh God, that's it.
Okay.
She's right.
And that's how that screenshot first started, was the 2 things on there. I was like, well, yeah, this DoorDasher's name's fun too. Let's keep that in the crop and send this over to Slotmaster. Janaya? Uh-oh. Oh no, gang, we lost Slotmaster. I don't really know what to do in these circumstances. Anyways, yeah, he was about to tell you that I sent over my DoorDash order last night because I ordered some very, very specific things. I'm going to see if we can get Slotmaster here. I've got a picture of what I ordered last night. We ordered some Sonic. It was kind of I can't even remember what we had for dinner. Oh, we had like ramen for dinner, so it was kind of light because I've been eating like some soups at lunch, and we had a nice homemade ramen dinner. So, about 10 o'clock rolls around, 3 hours off dinner. I'm like, I'm a little hungry. Well, that Sonic came in clutch. Not really. With some new items, and it's not often you get new items from Sonic. So, what we got here, check this out. This is a peanut butter bacon cheeseburger. Yeah, disgusting, huh? And they also pair it with this peanut butter bacon shake. And I got both items. Here. And hopefully Slotmaster's coming back around now because I want him to be here when I tell you just how good these 2 items were. Hold on one moment, please, while we solve our technical difficulties. Oh, looks like he's trying to come back around. Hi, there he is.
Hi.
I didn't get too deep into the story. They know what I ordered, but they don't know what I thought about it yet. So
that's where I was just going to say I was just laying in bed, and I got the text message with the picture, and apparently her name is Janaya, which a beautiful name. Now I know it's a lady. I was like, Johnny Yaya. The way that it's spelled is just it's very
most
crazy.
of my DoorDashers' names are like Steve and Larry and Laura, and you get a nice one where somebody's got a really unique name, and I'm just like, my brain's so stupid, I don't know how to read.
So I was just looking at that. So you got a peanut butter bacon shake,
yeah,
and it was paired with a peanut butter bacon cheeseburger. And then you got, you just had to go back because this is probably your wife got the hand mixed classic shake and then a buffalo chip.
The buffalo chips, we got those because that was the other new item.
Tell us about the peanut butter bacon shake.
Well, I'll start with the buffalo chicken dip bites. Not really good. A little too mushy inside, and I don't like that. I'm like, I understand.
Were they breaded or fried or how
it
did
was almost like they almost look like weird like dumplings, kind of like pressed like that, and I'm like they're weird. And then you bite into them, and it's just really kind of mushy in there because it's like a mix. It's not actual like chicken. It's a mix of like chicken dip.
Okay, and then the go to the peanut butter burger, bacon burger.
I didn't like it. I thought it was fucking weird. It had a super strange texture. Oddly enough, gave me heartburn.
Oddly enough, it gave me heartburn.
So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the burger. Now the shake is kind of two parts. Most of the shake I really liked. I was like, okay, this is good.
Because it was peanut butter.
What I didn't like was the end of the shake when it was just this collection of soggy ice cream bacon chunks at the bottom of the cup, and like I scooped a little in with a straw, and I'm just like, no, this ain't it. Because the straw in general, like if they super fine like chop that bacon and you could get it through the straw, that'd be one thing. But there's not a little chunk of bacon in that shake that's small enough to go through a fucking straw.
That's crazy.
So yeah, and I was telling him before when you had to fix your thing there that Sonic, it's rare for Sonic to have like new items to this degree where they had a new burger, a shake that was kind of themed with it, and an unrelated appetizer. So,
where did you see this? Did you see this? What advertising
TikTok.
Did you see?
I saw a stupid ad on TikTok or Twitter or something.
So they're working.
So it was just, dumb ad where it's like the top of the bun's off, and then they're like, oh, and then this peanut butter comes pouring on top of it. And at that point, I'm like I'm not really into the idea of these, but I'm like, fuck, it's fucking Sonic. I gotta try it.
I like peanut butter. Not to the point where I'm going to grab a jar and a big-ass spoon and just start eating it out of the jar.
That's how I get rid of my hiccups.
I'm not that big of a fat ass yet. Soon. I'm well on my way.
I'll get you a jar. We can roll around town eating our jars of peanut butter. I'll bring them to the casino.
Who are those two fat asses?
You'll be there playing, and I'll just be there behind you and be with a live. Extra crunchy, Jeff.
So is it like when? And I know when peanut butter gets warm, it's just like real kind of gooey. So
it's
was
kind of got
how
that the oil start? Yeah.
It starts to kind of separate a little bit. What was so the texture had to be just goofy.
It's a little slimy.
Weird.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a layer of peanut butter on that thing. It's not like they just did a little like they like coat that top bun that goes on the bacon with the peanut butter, and I would say it looked very similar to the picture you see here.
Are there onions in that peanut butter?
I believe so.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean there was some decisions made about this burger that A, I wasn't into to begin with, and B, the onions was a weird part where I'm like,
I don't think I get the sweet / salty. I kind of see where they're going with it, but it doesn't look like execution was.
No, but being Sonic, I had to give it a try. And
you're a big Sonic fan?
Not really. I have an order from Sonic though usually that I get, which is just I usually get the little burger because this is like a little burger, like their little double cheeseburger, not the one that's on like not the supersonic cheeseburger, but like the junior double cheese.
Right.
And then they do the little conies. Not the big foot long ones, but the little coney. So you get the double cheeseburger, the little coney, and then some fries, and if you're feeling nasty, some cheddar peppers.
I can't. Russ Factor. I can't wait for this new series.
You remember
I just can't wait for
Piccolos?
it.
They used to have fried pickles at Sonic, and they were called Piccolos.
I don't remember those. Why would I not remember those? How can I not remember those?
I don't know, but Yeah, we're gonna get some stuff rounded up here. While Saltmaster's in town, he said he wants to get out on the mean streets of Phoenix, Russ Factor, and hit some fast food places, and we're gonna record a little content for you guys.
We are. We're gonna record a little content with the Russ Factor,
I was
get his
thinking
thoughts.
We might have to, since you said we'd probably go like 3 or 4 places or something. Is we might want to toy around with some formatting of the content. Like I could see one where we're standing outside the place and we got the stuff and we're going over it. But I see another one where we're maybe just sitting in there eating, and I have a bunch of facts about that restaurant, and while I'm eating, I can just start rattling that shit off.
The vision that I had was exactly that. It's exactly that. Hi, I'm the Russ Factor. We're right in front of Whataburger. Did you know that Whataburger's name came from when the owner said, "Oh my gosh, Whataburger. That's a great place." Yeah, that's my vision.
That's not a true fact, by the way. So don't yell at me, TikTok or YouTube Shorts.
Yes, don't yell at Russ Factor. I completely made that one up. Yeah. All right, so 1 week from tomorrow, I'll start my journey to the Valley of the Sun. And Friday, we will be broadcasting. I hope. It depends. We're not going to give you a time. We don't know. We don't have a schedule. Who are you? The cops holding us to it? And then Saturday, a magnificent concert we're going to attend. And then I'll be there all week. So we'll figure out what's going on. We're there for the Waste Management Open. It's the greatest show on grass. And it's going to be
They don't really say that, do they?
They do. They used to. I think they've changed it. I think they've since changed it. The greenest show on grass. The greenest. Yes, not the greatest. I misspoke.
And I always like that it's just brought to you in part by The Dump.
Waste Management. Brought to you by The Dump. It's where people, you walk in at 10 in the morning and see them. Last year, we walked in at like 8:45 or 9, and there was a girl puking into the trash can right as we were walking by. And I think that probably was residual hangover from the day before. But at 10 a.m., we saw a dude fall over and basically break his nose, just hammered. Just blood just went everywhere. He didn't even break his fall. He fell right on his face.
There's a lot of drunk people out there.
Yes, that's what it is.
My wife used to go with the company. I don't know if her company's paying for it this year, but yeah, she said, she's like, there's a lot. Yes, and it starts early, and it starts often, and it's going to be fantastic. It'll be super fun. I'm very excited. Excuse me, I had to cough there. Hit the cough button. All right, anything else? Russ Factor, you got anything else on the agenda? I was doing a little Whataburger research here really quick. And props to your story. It's not that far from exactly how that place got its name. Harmon Dobson, the founder of Whataburger, got the name from the burgers he makes. In 1950, Dobson opened his burger stand in Corpus Christi, Texas, and named it after the saying, "What a burger." As he makes his burger so huge, Dobson wanted to make a burger that takes 2 hands to hold, so good customers would exclaim, "What a burger!" after eating one.
I was close. Thank you. Tip of the cap to you. Sorry about the technical difficulties we had tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday with another episode. This is episode 44, 2 Guys, 1 Slot. Make sure to watch the recommended videos for you. Actually go back, catch up. There's a video right here that you're going to be able to watch of previous episodes from 2 Guys, 1 Slot. Go back and watch that episode if you missed that. You can download it wherever podcasts are found. And we'd like to thank OddsJam. Go to oddsjam.com for your sports betting needs if you need it. We've got a lot of good stuff. The Super Bowl's coming up. We'll be talking about that. We'll be placing some wagers live on the air using OddsJam.
Don't they already know who's going to the Super Bowl?
No, it's decided next week.
They do. They already know.
Yeah, it's all scripted.
Yeah.
And Chiefs fell right into that script last week. The Chiefs play. Okay, so you know who the Chiefs are. The Chiefs are playing the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, they're purple. Who are you going to take in that game?
Fuck Baltimore. I'll go for the Chiefs.
Okay, and then in the other game, it's the Lions from Detroit are pitted against the 49ers from San Francisco.
49ers on that one.
Okay, it's a good. I like both of those picks.
So that
Russ
means
Factor.
if both of those win, it'd be the Chiefs and the 49ers at the Super Bowl.
That is correct.
But it's supposed to be the 49ers and the Ravens based on the
Oh, it
script,
is?
right?
I think it's supposed to be the Chiefs with Taylor Swift and that whole situation. Because my guess is if the Chiefs get there, she might be a part of the Super Bowl celebration halftime performance. Would be my. I mean, if that happens, you know how odd that would be?
Yeah,
Odds jam.
Odds jam. That'd be awesome.
The Super Bowl is in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
The 16th of February.
I was going to talk about last week. It was just kind of a throwaway, but we got so busy that, like, I feel like over the last year, like, everything's kind of been happening in Vegas all at once. And even if you don't care about Vegas, God, you've been hearing about a lot of cool stuff going on there. From the new hotels to the F1 to the Super Bowl coming. I mean, holy shit, man.
I think the next big thing is in Vegas after the Super Bowl and that type of stuff is they're trying to bring I think they're pretty close to bringing a Major League Baseball team there. The Hard Rock that was owned and purchased by the Seminole tribe in Florida, it's what hotel is it? Are they at now? But they're going to be taking that over and opening a Hard Rock up with the big, huge guitar. Put the guitar on the back, as Vegas policy would say. And yeah, so there's a lot of things going on in Vegas. A big revitalization happening in the Sin City.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of necessary because I know a lot of the stuff that I was reading, even leading up to last year, was that, you know, I mean, as people change and new people kind of enter that sphere, not the Las Vegas sphere, definitely you see kind of the trends change. Like a lot of the younger generation that's just you know getting into their early 20s, not big gamblers, except
they're not.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to see how the Fontainebleau ends up. A lot of high-ranking officials have left.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Fontainebleau.
Like right out the gate too, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not a good sign.
Not a good sign. Vegas policy called that a long time ago to bring him up again, but he called that. What DoorDash?
I guess so.
Well, hello, Mr. McDonald's French fry. Oh, the double quarter pounder with cheese.
Shall we have a bite before we get out of here?
Yeah, let's rate it.
Let's
let's show it.
Thing.
So do you get it with all the fixins?
Oh yeah. Oh god, look how floppy that thing is. That's a good
Oh,
sign.
it does have a good flop.
Yeah. Oh, I can feel the
Okay.
warmth to the bun. Oh, come on, come to daddy.
See, this is a content that I didn't know I needed. It was the Russ Factor, dissecting burgers. So, go on.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. That is fresh.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh, and on that note, we'll see you next week. Episode 44 is a wrap. Make sure to watch any and all those videos that go back. Watch all those Two Guys, One Slot podcasts. Thank you, Russ Factor, for hanging in there while my computer kept breaking.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And we thank you. And we'll see you next week on Two Guys, One Slot.